Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope everybody is doing well. So look forward to these calls on Monday nights. I always get off of them feeling a little bit more inspired, a little bit more energized, a little bit more renewed. And we have some amazing people that are going to be sharing tonight about what's working for them. And we have a special guest here who's going to pump us up and give us some vision, which I'm really excited about. So we will get to that in just a minute. But first, what I wanted to talk about was a little bit about how convention is so different this year, right? And one thing that I'm looking for, I have a special project that I'm working on, and I need you to help me. So if you are listening to this call right now live, or if you're watching on the replay, if you have been to convention before and it has changed your life, like you feel like you've been to convention and it just, because you attended the event, it catapulted you into building a business where maybe you wouldn't have done it otherwise. I would love it if you could just tonight take 5 minutes. And I know it's emotionally draining to like revisit the emotions and put them down on paper, but I would be so grateful if you guys could send me a picture of you at convention and then your feelings about what your first convention, or maybe it was your second or third convention, just anything that totally changed your business because you went to convention. So if you can send me that tonight, the cutoff will be tomorrow at noon at the very latest. But if you can send it to me tonight, that would be super, super helpful for something I'm working on. So convention looks different this year, yes? In the comments, in the chat, if you will put one convention memory down, and then I'm going to read them aloud as you. I know I'm putting everybody, send it to me in Facebook Messenger, please. And I know I'm putting everybody on the spot, but one convention memory that is like your favorite that you don't even have to think about, just write it out. Mine last year was we had Chipotle dinner in our hotel room, and just everybody came and we sat around on the floor, like literally lined the walls of my hotel room, and just sat and ate and shared stories. And it was so loud that I'm pretty sure hotel security came up and told us to be quiet several times. But Cassie says that her favorite is the silent disco dance party. And she said the Chipotle dinner was really fun. Rebecca said sitting in the third row last year, watching and listening to my training. You're so sweet. Phyllis, walking across the stage as an emerald and being plexus starstruck by all the people. Amy says dancing and having fun with friends I had made. Dory, that was fun, but meeting Trish Burns and their mom from New Zealand was the best. I loved that last year too. That was so good. Any other comments? Put them in there. I feel like the cover band is always so great. Always at like the dessert reception and the like black tie gala. If you go to that, or winner's dinner, they always have some amazing DJs and cover bands there, and they sing the best songs. Laura said Andy Grammer, I was like a little girl, also winner's dinner. Charlene, dancing in the silent disco. Melissa, early morning walking with Elodie and Robin. You guys must have been getting out and getting your exercise. Let's see, Julia said being able to sit in a senior Ruby section, and she touched Andy Grammer. Goodness sakes, I don't know how I missed that. There better have been a good Facebook post about that, Julia. Otherwise, one needs to happen, because that's pretty awesome. Let's see. Oh, shoulder. She touched his shoulder. Okay. Kara said the bands are awesome unless you sit and chat the whole time and miss it. Yeah. Kara and I totally missed the Andy Grammer concert last year because we literally sat on the couch in my room. We were so exhausted and like overstimulated. We just sat and we looked at everybody's stories and we felt like we were at the concert because we watched it on our phones. Sonia says, convention. That one time Lori and I were on a bus on the way to a free Disney trip, and Lori saying while laughing, how did you rope me into this business? Yep, that sounds about right. Julia being part of something bigger than you and seeing the culture. Yes. Charlene high-fived Andy Grammer. So I don't know if that's better than the shoulder touch or not, but that's pretty cool. Joey meeting all the beautiful people I only knew from the threads. Katie talking to Kelly Clarkson in Vegas. Yes, that is one of my all-time favorite convention memories, was that concert. It was so amazing. Kara says she loves taking our big Ohana team picture. So, oh, it's so fun to hear all these memories. Let's see, Jessica, we'll never forget my first convention 4 years ago when Brooke and Emily walked across the stage for the first time as Jules and feeling so blessed to be on such a killer team. That was a fun moment. Kara, Kelly was amazing. We went to that one. Yeah, we did not miss that one. Okay, you guys, that was so fun to kind of go down memory lane a little bit. I know I caught everybody off guard there with that, but I know that it's so hard to not be together this year. And so I thought it'd be fun to just gather as many memories as possible so that we can share them and reminisce and feel like we're together. I know some of you are having watch parties, so that is one of my tips. If you can gather, if you're in a place that is allowed for COVID and you can gather, have your local team members get together. Phyllis says she's having a party at her house, but if you can gather and get together, maybe order a pizza or, like get some snacks. If you're hanging out all day Saturday, let the kids play outside, whatever it is that you're trying to do. But get together and enjoy. Get your notebooks out, pens ready, whenever you can, because I know personally when I show up ready to learn, that is typically when I have my biggest takeaways from it. So while I know we're going to be listening to some parts of it in earbuds, doing other things just because we're home and things like that, I know that when I prepare myself with a pen and paper, I learn so much more. So that is a tip I want to share with you. Nicole says her team is having a watch party in Price. Julia, we're gathering locally. Kara, we're going to St. George for 3 days as a team. That's so fun, you guys. Melissa, so sad to not be gathering with local people. Oh, I know, Melissa, it's so hard. But maybe you could host like a Zoom watch party for your team if you don't live locally or you can't get together. There's another idea. And you can just be on Zoom and watching convention and doing it that way. So just remember, think outside the box, right? I feel like that is the theme for 2020 is think outside the box and get creative, right? So, so whatever you can do to make it special, make it fun, make it different, do that. Okay, so other things this week to help you enjoy and make it special. Brooke Hemingway wrote an amazing IPA challenge. IPA stands for income producing activity, if you don't know what that means. And it is messaging ideas, it's post ideas, it's watching things to help build your belief, like the video today that everybody watched, the Diamond documentary. I have never had so many messages come into my inbox over an IPA challenge as I did today. I couldn't believe how many people just loved the video today. So if you haven't done the IPA challenge, it is on Ohana Plexus and it is on Imagine Plexus. And it's a big picture, says rockin' and rollin', all week, daily tips, messages, prizes, day one. And today's prize is a convention store t-shirt giveaway. And you guys, the convention store are so cute. So super cute. Is that Brooke?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, I'm so glad. Cassie Rainey's Diamond Dock. Brooke, has your messenger been flooding with people about this Diamond Dock like mine has?
I have heard that people have liked the IPA challenge today and they're feeling inspired. So that's good.
So good. So if you haven't done it yet, do it today. Decide to do it before you hit the pillow, you guys, because it doesn't take that much time. Probably the longest part of it is just going to be watching that video. So,
so can I tell you guys something funny?
Please.
Okay, so I look super nappy today because I really need to wash my hair, but I refuse to wash my hair until I sweat for an hour today. So I'm stuck with greasy hair until I sweat. So that's the truth. And I was sitting here working with Barbie for the last 4 hours because she's going Sapphire this month. And her team, we're like all these people working on amazing rank ups and growth. And so we've been working, and I was like, oh, holy crap, it's 4:05. This time change in Hawaii is killing me. It's 8:05 in Utah, right? So I don't even know what time it is. I'm still really confused. But I wrote that IPA challenge last night at the wonderful hour of 12:30 a.m. 12:30 a.m. Because it was Thomas's birthday, and we didn't put our kids to bed until 11. And then, you know, it was his birthday, so I had to take care of the birthday boy. And then it was 12:30, and I was like, I'm going to write some IPA, right? And it was a last minute idea that I was like, you know what? We can't be together, but I want us to all be doing the same thing, having fun. I want to put a little bit of Nashville trivia in there, make it fun for you guys, all the swag stuff and all the fun stuff. And I promise you guys, if you'll learn this one thing about me, put a yes in the comments if you know this about me. If I have a crazy idea and I tell you to do something, just do it. Anybody? Anybody attest to that? Okay. So my idea to do this IPA challenge was last night at like, I don't know, maybe like 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Hawaii time. I was like, well, nobody's going to be awake, but I really think we need this to just like get us revved up and going and having fun. And so I promise you, if you do the IPA challenge this week and you follow along every single week, I know I'm going to pull in, you know, Emily and some other leaders to help with ideas and stuff, but we're going to do this, and it's going to guide you through how to keep growing. Because if there's one thing I know is I don't care where you're at right now. I don't care what the first 2 weeks of your month look like. Your past does not determine your future. What's happened the first 2 weeks of this month almost doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. It only matters if you make it mean something and matter. What matters is what you decide to do right now. And if you decide to really show up, and if you decide to, you know, pull out your, what have we been doing, Barbie? Like pull out your maps and like, I don't know, we got like 5 million pieces of paper right here. And, you know, we're doing all this stuff and we're like, all right, well, it's time to go. It's time to go. And so whatever you want to create and whatever you want to do, like, listen, you can sit back and let a couple weeks go by and just be like, eh, or you can get to work and you can create some amazing, amazing growth on your team. That is a gift. It's a gift in this month, and I really feel that way. So I hope you'll have fun with the IPA challenge, maybe in your own little teams, in your own little threads, like do something fun with it. Like everybody get together and do it together so that we start harvesting like crazy this week and into next week, and we make it our best month ever. There's still time to make it your best month ever. I did a little post on Julia the other day. Like she had, on the 12th of the month, it had more people join her team than she's ever had join her team. And that was the 12th of the month. So in 12 days, she reached her team high. So those of you guys that are sitting there thinking, oh, well, it's too late for me to do what I was going to do this month, and you're feeling kind of Eeyore-ish, like just like stop that nonsense. Okay. No Eeyores here, right? She did that in 12 days. Guess what? You have more than 12 days left in the month. So you can squash your month high. Okay? So that's what I wanted to say about that. Everybody rocking and rolling with us this week. And I know Emily's got someone special to talk to us about what she's doing.
Yes. And so my side of the story was, I was like on the Zoom and I was like, hey, it's probably Brooke's turn to get started. I don't see Brooke on here. So I was like, I'll send her a text. I'm like, hey, do you want to kick things off tonight? Just like, fine. I'm like, I'm sure she's going to respond back. And then nothing. And I was like, okay, there's a lot of people getting on the call and I don't see Brooke's name there. I'm just going to tell people we're going to start in just a minute. And then I was like, I want to message her on Facebook. I'm sure she's in her messenger. And I'm like, hey, so the call is starting. No response. And I was like, okay, Brooke's not coming to the call. She's literally forgotten about the call and she's not coming to the call. And her guest is here. And I was like, I'm just going to fake it. It's fine.
My guest is here.
I'm like, this is fine. This is totally fine. I was like, we're just going to go on without her. So like, and the thing is that like, I wasn't even like, I don't know. I just want to tell you, like, that's pretty much how getting to diamond is you just sort of fake it and you're like, okay, we're just going to run with this because this is not planned and I'm not really sure what's going on, but we're just going to go anyway. Right. So, So just know, totally normal. And that's how we roll. So I'm so glad you guys showed up. I was really excited to see your name pop up on the chat over there on the participants. So, okay, so tonight to start us off, I wanted to have Erin share with us. If you don't know Erin yet, she is brand new to our team. She's only been working the business for a little bit over a month. She has a brand new silver, Tristan, who has personally added 6 herself, and Erin just recently ranked super silver, so give her congratulations in the comments. Yay, Erin. And her new level 1 worker, Tristan, is almost super silver herself. She's added 6 this month, and maybe, I think 6, right? No more than 6. I think she's got 6. A couple more probably coming in today. But I wanted to have Erin share a little bit because she is super holistic, first of all. And whenever anyone comes into our company with that type of a background, I'm always really intrigued as to why. And I'm not surprised by the answer, right? Because I know we have amazing products. I know our ingredients are very clean. I know that we have the best stuff. But sometimes holistic people will look at our products without really looking at them, and they'll turn their nose up at it because it's just not in their normal wheelhouse. And so I asked Erin to share tonight about why she picked Plexus and how to approach someone like her, because I don't know about you, I am intimidated to approach people who are very holistic. Still, after 4.5 years of doing this professionally, sometimes I'm like, there's a 50-50 chance this is gonna go well. And so if you ever feel that way, like we all have our insecurities, right? Maybe you're like, no, I don't even have that insecurity. That's fine. That's my insecurity, right? So maybe you're scared to approach people about the business. I'm not. Literally never afraid to approach someone about the business. So we all have our thing, right? So I just thought it would be fun for you to see what my weakness is. And I thought it'd be awesome if Erin could share with us a little bit about why she gravitated towards Plexus, and then how to approach someone like her if that is your kryptonite as well. And then maybe talk a little bit, Erin, about how you helped Tristan go silver. So Erin, where are you, my friend? Do I need to unmute you? I'm thinking I do.
No, I got it.
Okay, good. There she is.
Oh, hey, hi.
Hi.
I am Erin Lee.
This is Hannah's level 1. This is Hannah Wright's level 1. So.
Yes, Hannah is the one that signed me up. So she actually, it took her a couple of months of messaging me, bless her heart. I'm so grateful. She was so diligent. I started moving into the holistic side of life probably about 6 years ago when I started working at an herb store. I'm now just an herbalist. I don't work at the herb store anymore. And the biggest thing for me when I started segueing into this way of life was learning that you need to actually look into individual ingredients rather than whether or not a label says all natural, because there are so many things that aren't regulated by the FDA. Not that regulation by the FDA really means anything anyway, but because it's not regulated, a lot of brands can make a lot of claims, and they can say organic, and they can say that they are all natural or clean or plant-based when it's not totally the truth. So a lot of us holistic people are pretty skeptical just from the get out, because we know it's going to take a lot of research to figure out whether or not the label is actually conveying what the product contains. So for me, it was really just about digging into the ingredients. And so I talked with Hannah a little bit back and forth, just kind of about probiotics and what they do and about gut health. And she actually got me in a couple of 3-ways with some different people on the team that were pretty into ingredients like I am. And so I got some information from those other people, and then I really just kind of dug in on my own. Like NIH is the website that I use the most. And then for cosmetic things, I have, and I can put in the chat actually the link, I have a link that I use that I'll copy and paste all the ingredients, and it auto generates an analyzer, and it will tell you what each ingredient does and how much of an irritant it is, or if it's something that could cause an allergy, or if it could make anything bacteria or fungal flare up. Like, it's pretty cool. So really for me, it was about addressing each individual ingredient. And I started looking into the different strains that we have in our probiotics and researching and just reading reading different articles about what each strain does and what the most beneficial strains are. So when you're going to be talking to someone that is a little bit more holistic, I would recommend talking about ingredients with them. And not just, I mean, it is great to say that we're holistic and that we're plant-based, but at least for me, I'm like, okay, and give me more, because that doesn't really tell me a whole lot. Whereas a lot of people who aren't very savvy with that kind of information, that's more than enough. So I would just say, just talk to them about the ingredients. And if you ever have questions, just shoot me a message. Like, I am more than happy to jump in with you and talk with all of these people about the holistic stuff, because it's my passion. I think it's a whole lot of fun. Let me see. I think that's really it. It's not crazy.
Erin, we'll have you make some videos.
I can do that.
Brooke and I both were like, don't message Erin. We'll have you make some videos because it would be like a full-time job for you to answer everyone's questions and everything. And videos are so awesome because then you can basically duplicate yourself and your knowledge in such an easier way. So, and we can have more trainings on this because Miss Erin is working to earn Gold Retreat. So maybe we can have a little training at Gold Retreat when she earns it, and she can bless us with her knowledge then too.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't want to interrupt you, but I was like, I have to like say, please don't.
No, you're good.
We literally have 300 messages from Plexus people that aren't even on our team, maybe like more than that overnight if we don't clear that up. So watch for Erin's YouTube channel coming soon, and she will educate you in those videos. So Erin, continue, please.
I can totally do that. Okay, and then as far as my human Tristan, so she has been one of my best friends since like 6th grade. So we've been together forever. And she was honestly one of the first people I reached out to when I started doing this. We both had done kind of network marketing, direct sales businesses before, but hadn't really super loved what we saw with the teams. And so we never really went anywhere with them. I had been taking the products for like maybe a week or two. And I messaged her and I said, hey, I'm already seeing results. And if I'm going to work with anyone close, like, I want you to be my girl. And so she just like jumped on it, didn't ask questions, just said, hey, I'm on a road trip. You order my products. When I get back, we're doing this. And she just hit the ground running. It's been freaking awesome. It's like we Marco Polo each other every day to give each other a little update. Like, this is what I'm going to do today. This is what I have done. This is what I want to get done. And then we'll check in at the end of the day and Marco again. And we just text all off and on. And just having someone like that to just go back and forth with really just makes it a whole lot of fun. It's like a game to us rather than having to sit down and be like, I have so many things and my list is so long. Like, it's just nice to be able to bounce off of each other. And she really is very, very good at talking about how these things will help them to feel better. She's very good at portraying what it could be if they had this. And I get a little bit science-y. So I'm really grateful that I have her, because I'll shoot her a message and be like, hey, so this person asked this question and I have like a 10-paragraph essay that I'm going to send them. And she's like, you're not doing that. You're not sending them that. You're going to scare them away. So it's really great because she is very personable and I'm the awkward scientist. So it's just been a whole lot of fun having her on the team.
Well, and I love that you, like, I think so many people just would love to know how to support a team member. And I love that you guys have that element of accountability built into your relationship and your work relationship. You know, you said you start the day off Marco Polo, then you end the day with Marco Polo. You talk during the day, like checking in on each other. You balance each other's strengths and weaknesses. Like, that's something that I think is really important in a business partner, because whenever you have, like, you know, the desire to write a 10-page essay, she can reel it back in and be like, or you could just say, want to try it? And it's just like, you're both going to learn from each other's strengths and weaknesses, and it creates such a strong team. You know, I've always felt like I see that as being such an amazing quality to have. So I love that. Okay. Anything else you want to add before we go to our next person?
Now that I can think of, unless you have a question.
Anyone have any questions for the comments that they want to ask really fast? Hannah is like in the comments. She's like, "I love my girls so
I know.
like
You guys
it's
are awesome.
really fun." Yeah. Brooke, do you have any questions you want to ask?
Well, I think it shows that like you can be totally different personalities and it can work. So you can be very green and very much into the science, or you can be super fun loving and really personable. Like it takes all kinds. And some people think, oh, it's just one kind of person that can be successful in network marketing. And you have to be super sciencey or know everything. And it's like, no, you can be any kind of personality and be successful in network marketing. You have to decide. And it means that like for Erin has to learn the skill of pulling back a little bit. And for Kristen, maybe sometimes she has to learn the skill of like actually answering the question about the product, right? Like, so everybody has to learn different things, and that's okay as long as you're willing to learn. So I loved what you shared. Should we move on to a little lady in a rocking chair over there?
Yes, you better do the introductions here.
Okay, I'm super excited to have this lady on the call. I think you're rocking a baby, aren't you? Yes. Are you nursing a baby too? Oh, I love it. It brings back such memories of nursing babies and doing Zoom calls. Is there a hand coming up to the neck for us to all see? Well, we are so excited to have Sabrina on this call. Sabrina is a brand new diamond. She went diamond last month. And she's going to share a little bit about her journey, and she's going to give you some truth talk and some inspiration and some tips to really make the most out of these next 2 weeks where you have an incredible opportunity. And she's just going to give it to us straight and give it to us real. And we can't wait while she's holding a baby with no excuses.
Okay. And that's funny because when I first hopped on, he's going to hear me talking now, wants to know what's going on. I don't nurse with the blanket on normally, so he's like, what is going on? But I was like, I don't even know. When you messaged me earlier, I'm like, I don't even know what you were going to have me talk about. So this is 100% not scripted. Like, I was just waiting to hear what I'm supposed to say.
So. I like not scripted. This is going to be the real stuff, and you're going to go by inspiration.
Yes. So my journey started right about 6 years ago. And I started as a skeptical customer who wanted nothing to do with the business whatsoever. Grew up with amazing parents who instilled belief into all of us girls. We grew up listening to like Zig Ziglar and John Maxwell. Like that was the mindset of where we came from as a family. And always knew that the typical 8 to 5, nothing against anyone who works 8 to 5, but that wasn't for me. I grew up doing all kinds of things from the time I was a little kid, like traveling in an RV and selling wildflowers to people, like making money. Like I always had an entrepreneur spirit in me. But when my family brought me Plexus for health reasons, I literally told them, first I didn't want their pink crap, but like I was not going to do this as a business. And then I'm a cheapskate, so I signed up for wholesale pricing, and I knew like I legitimately could not afford the products. There was no way I was going to be able to afford the products, but they worked so well for my health transformation right away that I knew I was not going to be able to go off of them. So I signed up for wholesale, and honestly, I was just going to get 3 friends and get the cost of my products covered and call it good. But then I used to manage a mechanic in an ag shop, and I was sitting on my lunch break, and I was going to dig into some dirt to try to pull up why this was such a scam that my family had gotten into. I couldn't find anything bad. What I did find was sort of what our company stood for, the vision behind what was ahead of us, I instantly fell in love. Again, I went from trying to like pull up dirt to being like, calling home and telling mom, like, Mom, like you and Dad have always wanted to do a family business for us girls. Like, I think this is what God brought us. So I dug in and set my goals to be able to quit my job. We're good right now. Yep. Thank you. I quit my job within 2 months. It was my goal to quit it in 6 months, and I ran with it. I had zero clue about what I was doing. I didn't have like a super active upline. My mom was above me, my sister was above her, and we all just jumped in not knowing. And so like it was, customer service was my lifeline. Literally 6 years ago, I would call and they would say, hello, Sabrina. And like, that was my upline that I thought of because I didn't know who else to go to for questions. And I remember I had seen a post from Sarah Marble about like the top books to go out to educate yourself on. And I literally got on Amazon and ordered every single book she recommended. And I just started like reading and digging in and thinking, like, I saw what was in front of me. And I knew that Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond was the top rank. So I'd seen that online. And I thought, whatever those ranks are, like, that's what I'm going to become. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. And I just began jumping in and moving forward. And back in the day, I didn't know it was called IPA, but I was doing my IPA every single day from like day one of working my business and running with it. I had always been like a high recruiter, but I was never one who could really develop like what I had felt like strong leaders on my team. So I would turn around, sponsor people right and left, and grew like that. And then I would have some people running with it here and running with it there, but it wasn't something that like I had started them on the right track and helped them around. Like, I was a self-starter, so you have to be a self-starter if you want to do this with me, because I didn't know what else to do with them. One thing that I truly believe that I did well from the beginning was cared about people, cared about my team members, and loved on them. I didn't care what rank they were to me. If it was someone who wanted to do this, and being able to cast a vision for them and tell them, like, if I can do this, like, I'm a college dropout, like, anyone can do this. So that was like sort of, I don't even know, the first, I ended up going Emerald in 2 years. And then I kind of sat at Emerald for the next several years. And then I got hooked up with Brooke, who has become like a friend, but mentor to me, and coach. And like, I have adored your guys' team for so long. And I was like, obviously what you guys are doing is working. So what are you guys doing? And that's kind of like the aspect that I've taken, as far as like, tell me what to do, show me what to do. Like, I will do anything someone tells me to do. And I just began running with some of the things from her coaching program, and really deciding that I was no longer, I had got to the point, like, in my mindset, I began questioning myself, because I had sat at Emerald for so long, not losing rank, but sat there for so long. And I'm thinking, maybe this is just where, okay, this is a BS of an excuse. This is just where God wants me. No, sorry. God doesn't want us to just maintain. Like, that is not, like, I cannot, like, I was that one who said that. But I had sort of lost belief in myself as a leader, and belief that I could do more. But yet I preached to my team, like, you can do more. Like, anyone can do this. But yet here I was, like, struggling and sitting there. I will say that I got all the way up to almost to Sapphire without ever really talking to a lot of people on the phone. It was when I signed people up, I would literally pull up my phone, and I wouldn't even walk them through it, because I can do it for them. I would literally just tell people, send me your information. I can get you all set up. And I would tell myself over and over and over, they're just signing for wholesale, instead of going into it with the mindset of, hey, this person needs this opportunity, wholesale or not, right? We can get the products cheap, but every single person has that opportunity to be able to run with that. And so I just changed my mindset. Like, I used to develop silvers back in the day, but I hadn't developed silvers for ages. And I was just like, forget it. Like, every single person that comes on the team now, like, they are going silver, and some of them are going super silver, and we're just going to keep building them up until we develop more and more. So I got on the phone, and I just decided that I was going to walk people through it, and they were going to sign up. That way, I always told them, like, that way, when you have friends that are interested, like, we're going to get them, you're going to do the same process with them. Sort of put it out there, even though they were just going to set up for wholesale. So I started doing some of those things. I started jumping on board with doing the FaceTime meetings with a brand new person and grabbing a couple of their friends to do FaceTime meetings. I have done the Zooms, the personal Zooms, where we grab a handful as well and got them on board to talk about that. I have done a whole, like literally reading from a script till I'm getting it down and it becomes more natural to me. And just really like even going back and talking to past team members that have been around with me for the last 6 years and talking to them again about bringing them up about the opportunity. And it's super easy right now because of what corporate has offered us. I'm like, for a brand new person, like I literally am like walking through, we have, underneath my husband's team, we have a team from his work that are like building and they're like guys. And I'm like, okay, so how do I talk to this guys? Guys are very like point blank, like show me the numbers. So I'm like, I love numbers. Like, let me break the math down for you. Like, this is what you can earn. Go grab 10 people and you'll make $1,200. Like you go grab 10 people, like just like over and over and over. And that's what we're doing. But the fact, I just feel like so much of my hang up was, it's like, realize it's getting really dark in here. But my hang up was like up here between my 2 ears and what I told myself over and over about, like, I just told myself like I couldn't develop silvers anymore. Like, I can't do this. Like, that's okay. I'll keep helping people with the products and we'll just keep helping people feel better. But that was as far as I was going to get. And like, I've literally just had that 360 of that mindset shift of no. Like, we're going to help people feel good, but we're going to help people's like financial stress feel better with that, like their financial illness that they're suffering with. Like, that is the part where they're going to feel better.
I have a question for you. Why do you think people do that? Because I think a lot of people do that. They're like, well, I just really care about helping people and I'm just going to help people feel better. Why do you think people do that?
Because it's easier, right? It's simpler. It's not as scary to have to talk to people about money or an opportunity. Like, we can get very comfortable with just helping people feel better with products. But at the end of the day, and again, this is something that like I literally preached to my team at the end of the day. I was like, people lay their heads down, like praying for 2 things because they're stressed out about finances and their health. A lot of their health issues comes from the stress because of their financial issues. Like, we have both in the palm of our hand. Like, we have to talk about it. So I feel myself like even lately, like just being a lot more bold, talking about the opportunity. Again, like every single day, like I don't sign someone up now without talking about the opportunity for it. And I was just home like, it's totally okay. I know you're not like signing up to do this, but I'm just going to tell you like what is available just in case if you want to do this. And like every single time.
I think that's like the big ticket, right? It's just like, you don't know what situation other people are in, right?
Yeah.
And so for you, I know like everybody's motivated by different things, right? And so some people are truly motivated by helping people with the products, but then when they see the financial part change someone's life and they see them be able to pay their rent, pay their bills, get out of a bad situation, and you see what that does for people, then you have this belief in the business. Like maybe you came into Plexus because you had a belief in the products and you love seeing the products change people's lives. And then one day you see the business change someone's life and you realize, oh my gosh, it's the same thing. It's one and the same. And so while, you know, someone might not be motivated to make money themselves, a lot of times what they miss out on is that the 2 things that the person you are helping bring into Plexus need are health and finance. And you realize that both are equally as saving to a person's mental and physical health, right? Like the financial thing happens, like helps their mental health. And then the products help their physical health. And so I think the longer you do this, the more you tend to realize that, oh my gosh, like maybe I don't care about a bigger paycheck. Like I've heard Brooke say that plenty of times, like the money for her is no longer motivating. And she sure does love to help people with the products, but she also sure does love to help people make $1,200 because she knows that what $1,200 does for a family, it brings people to their knees and to tears because it's a problem that they literally had no idea for a solution. And a lot of times you think, oh, I'm not well. I need to buy products to help me feel well. You know there's a solution out there, and you just know, oh, I need to start exercising. I need to start eating better. I need to take supplements. I need to learn about holistic healing. Like, you know there's a solution out there. But when people struggle with finances, which we used to very severely, when people struggle with finances, they are literally in a place of, I don't know of a solution. I am lost. I have no idea. I didn't go to school. I don't have a degree. The job that I have is not bringing in what I need. And so the longer you do this business, you start to understand and realize that, yeah, while money might not be motivating to you, or maybe it is, but maybe it's not, what you start realizing is you can help them with the products, but you can also help them have a solution to a problem that they actually think is hopeless, that they have no solution for. So anyway, that's
Barbie's going to share something really quick before we go back to you, Sabrina, about this, just to like bring it home and just like show you a real life example.
So one of my level ones, Gaby, she's been a stay-at-home mom. She has 4 kids, and her husband was the sole provider. Well, he's been diagnosed. Well, he's been battling cancer for, gosh, it's been 10 years. This is now his 4th round, just re-diagnosed. And she started sharing about a year ago and really got serious lately. And she just got a paycheck. She called me just a couple days ago, and she was crying. And she was crying because she was so thankful. She had never earned a paycheck before, and she had just got paid over $1,000. And that was huge for her, like huge, especially with her husband not working. And it was life-changing for her. So definitely lots and lots of people that need this, and not just for their health, but for the finances. And it feels so good, like, to be able to help her with her health. Like, she's got an amazing health testimony, but to be able to encourage that and help her with financially is awesome. Like, it's a great feeling to be able to help somebody like that.
She's ranking up at least once, if not twice, this month.
Yeah, hopefully she's definitely hitting senior gold, but we're gonna get her to Ruby.
We're running for Ruby. So Sabrina, I have a question for you. Like, you know, you sat in one place for a long time, and like, what finally gave you the determination to be like, enough, like, I can do more, I can be more? Because I don't think it was very far between when you hit Sapphire and Diamond, maybe a couple months.
Yeah, January and then May. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Huge part of it is my why, right here. But also knowing now that, like, it's not just for me, but it's bringing Sean so he can be around to experience the moments with that, and knowing that I needed my business to excel more for that to happen. And I think as my like why, like even like when I started, right, one day I wanted to become a stay-at-home mom. I knew that was going to be like a dream of mine, but I think until I really like got pregnant and was like, okay, like this is here, it's happening. And now, like, I feel like, because I do have Owen, like, connecting with other moms on those levels of people seeing that it's possible, and like that's, I feel like that's where like a huge part of my dream is right now, is helping more people become stay-at-home moms. Because like and that's not everyone's dream, but it has always been mine. And so just connecting with others and showing them, like, so many that think that they still have to work, they don't have to. Like, I mean, yes, this is work. This is what I do full time. It's my job, but they can stay at home with their babies and work and build a business like that. I feel like that's where I'm like super connecting with team members, but also with like bringing new people on board. It's a lot of moms right now, especially if they're pregnant or new babies or having to go back to work. They're like wanting to like know, like, what is it? Like, what do I have to do?
Yeah. Yeah. And whatever your tribe is, I mean, you can relate to the things that those people want. So if you're not a new mommy and that's not your vibe, if you are young and you're wanting to travel more or have more freedom or not work a 9 to 5, if you are retired and you want to have more freedom in retirement and more income in retirement, like, whatever it is you want to do, you don't have to fit into a certain mold to do this, right? You can collect your tribe and you guys might have a totally different why, and it works for anybody. Just like I said, no matter what your education or what your why is or what kind of experience you have or what your personality is, you can be successful at this. So Sabrina, I am so excited for you. And it really did just feel like it was just like poof, like you went sapphire and then you went diamond, and you've been emerald like since pretty much since Emily and I joined. You were emerald, right? We went emerald probably around the same time. And some people might be like, oh my gosh, she kept going, like it took forever. And I just think like, well, she was making great income the whole way. And it just took some time for her to find her stride, for her to have that aha moment, and for her to bring more people into her tribe. It happened. It took a little bit of time, but then once it happened, it was just like poof, you know, in a matter of 5 months to go from sapphire to diamond to practically re-entry points. And re-entry points is 6,000 points, just to put that into perspective. So if you're thinking whatever jump you have to make this month is impossible, or you had this big crazy dream to be somewhere by the end of the year and you're like, yeah, that's not possible, I want you to remember Sabrina. Okay? Just remember Sabrina. It is possible. All it takes is determination, faith, continued work, and finding the right people, and it's possible. So I'm excited because we have one more person that's going to talk to us and share tonight. And let's see. Julia, I'll let you announce. Are you on here? Just unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, so Rochelle's waving over at me. So I have a level 3 who recently just started sharing, and I just wanted to share her story really quick. Her name is Kirsten, and she got the slim, and while she was waiting for her actual pack to arrive, she signed up 6 people. And I think a lot of us are always going to find those people that are like, I gotta wait, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if I like it. And we've heard Emily be like, you just tell them. Who cares if they don't have the stuff? Like, you just go for it right away. Like, they post that day, like, I'm so excited, I don't even know what this stuff is, right? You can be really honest and sincere with what you're doing and how it's helped someone else. So I just wanted her to share really quick how, because a lot of us look at this month and we're like, gosh, 6 people is a lot. And for some people, you see that it's like a blink, and other people, it feels like a lot, but you have to do activity to get the lot and to get the 6. So I just wanted her to share really quick how she found 6 before her pack came, and kind of what her mindset is as she went into this, and kind of her thoughts with that. Can you unmute yourself? Let me see if you can find your...
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't use Zoom too often, so, and forgive me, I'm a hot mess mom right now. So I've been running up and down the stairs doing bath. I'm texting Rochelle going, I might have to drop. I have to do a bath. I have to get a bottle. I have to get a pacifier. And Rochelle's going, just go, do it.
How we do it.
I'm here. But anyhow, so I guess, okay, my journey on this. So Rochelle, when she started, so for those of you who don't know, she's my big sister. She was like, you have to try this stuff. It's amazing. And, you know, I got these text messages, and, you know, life, you're busy and you see these things and you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. And I do have a full-time job out of the home. I'm a business consultant for Kaiser Permanente, and it's a very busy job. So, and I have 5 kids. So it's like constant, you know, there's no downtime. So I thought, I don't have time for this. I literally said that. I love you. I'll buy from you. I don't have time. She was like, okay. So I got the pink drink and the collagen. You're laughing because you know how Rochelle is. So, so I was like, oh, this pink drink's pretty good. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do a post. Or, you know, Rochelle came over to my house one Sunday, and I was like, I haven't seen you in like a week. I mean, I saw her post, but I'm like, you look amazing. And I'm trying to still lose my 20 pounds pre-baby. I want my pre-baby bod back. That's like my one of my goals, you know? And she's like, I swear by this, Kirsten, you know, I've tried X, Y, and Z, and this is it. Like, I'm never not going to use these products. And so my husband's like, wow, you're pretty good at that. You know, okay, sign us up, you know? So I kind of thought strategically, okay, well, I'll sign my husband up, you know, he'll be my first. So one of my ambassadors was my husband. And then we have 3 sisters. So one of them was my sister, and then my daughter, and then 3 people who I was kind of surprised that reached out. I just did a tiny post, nothing major, but I think what got people was Rochelle's before and after picture, because the results, people like to see results. I couldn't show results yet because I had barely been drinking the pink drink and doing the collagen. So I just basically said, I'm so excited about this. Here's my sister's journey. This is what it's done for her. Look at her now. This is within, I think her post was like 40 or 45 days in. And I literally got Instagram messages, and someone at my work who follows me on Facebook was like, girlfriend, what is this stuff? And so I was like, well, I can't speak to everything. And I was very honest. I haven't done it. I'm like, my big package is in the mail. Don't have it yet. But with the results my sister have, I guarantee you I'm going to have the same results. I know I am. And I pushed, the 60-day money back guarantee. So that kind of made everybody feel comfortable also placing the big orders. Like, okay, if it doesn't work, but I'm like, but I guarantee you it's going to work. It's going to do something, maybe it won't cure everything that they're going for. I don't know, but I'm like, it's going to help with something. So long story short, 3 people were people who reached out to me from my one tiny little post. Actually, I think it was a story. I shared a story. So I was pretty surprised. So when Rochelle was telling me about the June incentive, I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. And so now my little sister who I signed up, I don't know if she's at her three people yet today, but I'm helping her. Well, Rochelle's helping too, because I'm so new, but I'm helping her get her 3 people, which eventually helps all of us, so I'm still learning, so new. I literally just started everything today. I got my package today in the mail. So I don't really have too much inspiration or knowledge to share yet, but that's pretty much where I'm at on my journey and how I got my 6 people. And I'm just going to try to just continue from there.
No, I love that. And I think a lot of times we're so afraid of like, what will people think? But really, they all trusted, you trusted her, and your friends trust you. Like, it's just a simple thing. And if they trust you, they're going to buy from you because they know you're not out to scam them with something. And the fact is, we can be really honest in Plexus. We can say, I actually have no idea why that works, but it makes sense and it's working for this person. And so I'm willing to give it a try. And like you're saying, something will work, something will change, something will start to heal. And as you go on that path, you'll be willing to keep going. Yeah. And I'm excited because I'm hopeful for all of these things. And that's so simple. And then it's like telling the next person, telling the next person, telling the next person, and literally showing them the numbers. Because a lot of people think like, oh, those people that do network marketing make like $25 a month or maybe $50 a month. So I remember she's like, I showed it to her and her eyes got, she's like, you should have seen how big her eyes got when she saw the incentives. And I'm like, I know, like what you guys need to realize is that we haven't had incentives like this, like in the 3 years that I've started. Like these are like below the top off incentives that literally change people's lives. If you think about a lot of people, it can pay an entire mortgage. Like this can do everything that COVID is requiring for groceries when all of the food is gone. Like, and you have 14 pounds of meat and your cart is full. I thought I can pay like that times 3 this month. And I didn't have to worry that we would starve and eat beans all day. And so what a blessing to be able to do that and just to share it so simply when you're busy, when you have 5 kids, and then you can show other people like this doesn't have to take a ton of time. Like you can grow into that, but just start and see what happens.
Exactly. So I'm excited. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
Of course.
Did you have anything you want to tie up with?
Nope. I just love that everybody's keeping everything really simple. You know, it's one of those things where the more obsessed you become with Plexus, right? The more we want to like add all these layers of complication and everything. And my favorite thing about new people and new people sharing is I'm like, oh yeah, it really is that simple. A first post, sharing someone else's story if you don't have one. Reaching out to friends and family, showing your passion, like just showing up as yourself. So I love that so much. No, Nicole, I don't want to read your thesis on gut health first. Sorry, love you, but you and Erin are going to get along really, really well with your gut health thesis, right? And that is how we get to learn about the products and sound like we know what we're talking about, because we have amazing people like you guys who teach us about all the really cool things that are inside of it. So I just, again, I'm so grateful that everybody is on our team and that we get to just learn from everyone and compliment each other all over the place. And I'm just so grateful. So thank you so much for your time tonight, you guys. So glad we could be together and learn from each other. And make sure that you are participating in that awesome Nashville Convention IPA Challenge that we are running this week, that Brooke wrote on Ohana and Imagine, so that you can win yourself some free convention store swag. There is the cutest stuff this year. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Convention is this Friday and Saturday, and you are not going to want to miss a single second. There is a new product coming out, and it may or may not have arrived on my doorstep today. I'm just saying, you're going to be so excited about what's coming, and it's going to bless so many people that you know. So really looking forward to this weekend. Let's get pumped. Let's get remembering all of the awesome things. Please send me your convention memories if you haven't done it yet. Some of you have already like flooded me in with them, but please make sure to send them to me so I can gather. And love you guys. Let's make it a great week. Bye.